Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back, and to everybody new, hello and welcome. So we have a details video of a very special little baby. I'm so excited. So before I get started, I want to let y'all know that my channel has a membership program. So if you would like to become a part of the Pixie Squad, it is $1.99 a month. That's all inclusive. You can cancel at any time. And you must be 18 years or older. So come on in. Less than the price of a cup of coffee. Check out the Pixie Squad. We're having a lot of fun in there. Collectors, artists, networking in there. Just super fun, and we're getting rolling. So this is the newest addition to my nursery, and I am OMG. Oh, am I in love with this baby. So he had quite the start. This little stinker, we really thought that he planned for, this baby to be a girl. And when his artist put him together and he had his kind of birth, he popped out and said, "Oh no, I am just not a girl." So he still doesn't have a name. Some of you know I've had a lot going on here. Hubby was in the hospital. We were pacing the floors waiting for a COVID test because it started with a high fever. But I'm going to get into that in later. I have been posting inside my membership, keeping them abreast of everything that's going on. And I will, at a certain point in one of my videos this week, talk about what happened. But anyways, so this little bub arrived on Saturday, overnight express, the Stork Express, and it was just such a blessing. And this baby just came at the exact right time, because even though stuff was going on, I can honestly say there was a lot of floor pacing and waiting for tests, and on the phone with family members, and everybody just really nerves are in a bundle. So having this baby's box opening and having him here with me was really a wonderful distraction. And I had hubby, for one night not with me in the hospital, and I actually fell asleep with this little precious baby in my arms, just looking at him. I was exhausted. I had him wrapped up in the little hospital blanket, and I curled up in bed with him, and it was just like a feeling like I just delivered a baby. I don't know how else to explain it. And I was just so in awe, and these little open eyes, he's looking at me, and I just drifted off to sleep that way with him in my arms. So it's just been a really really magical experience, and it just has, and it's kind of close to having a baby, because stuff just doesn't go always as planned. And anyway, let's get started. I know you all would like to see this sculpt and to see this artist's work, so let's get started. So this baby is the Lovelyn sculpt by Sheila Mrofka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I did my best. So this is his COA. Here we go. And I'll show you the back. And he is a very small limited edition. He is number 475 out of only 500 worldwide. So, that's fairly small edition. And he was painted by the wonderful Miss Jennifer Belfiore. And here is his birth certificate. Of course, his name is not filled in, but his artist did fill in his length and his weight and his kit name and edition and all that good stuff. So Jennifer, aka Jen, is at Inspired by Babies. So I will put this artist does have a YouTube channel, and I will put a link to Jen's channel below. You can also find her on Instagram under Inspired by Babies, and if I'm not mistaken, Facebook as well. So lots of ways to find, follow, and if you wish, contact this artist. So we're going to get started looking at this little bub. I put a few things away. The artist had several beautiful custom pieces crocheted for this baby, but expecting a girl. So it was a last minute, scramble. So he was sent in this. I love this is my favorite blanket. Oh my gosh. So this is crocheted in just the softest yarn I've ever felt. It's a beautiful cream color, and it has a gorgeous, it's like a silvery gray. It almost has a blue tint to it. I just love this blanket. So he was so cozy wrapped in this. I love it. And then one of my favorite pieces that she made was actually neutral. So he came home in this, which is also a custom handmade crocheted piece by his artist, and it's just a long wall romper. It's, I don't want to say cable knit, but it's similar, I guess, if I had to describe something close to it. But it's kind of its own pattern, and it's unique. I love it. It has wooden buttons down the front. It's also super soft and cozy. So this is something that I would put on him, not only for photo shoots, but to have on him at any time. It's just so cozy. So I love this so much. Thank you so much, Jen, for customizing pieces to send home with this baby, because I don't know, I just love when artists do that. It's really special. And then he has his little name tag, which is adorable. And I have these PJs out because I was going to put him on. So he came with a little elephant PJ set. And there was another zippered dinosaur PJs. Those I just already have away. And then, of course, he came with this adorable little lovey that is also handmade by the artist. She said it is a rabbit pattern, but I kind of think the ear is like, I'm calling it a puppy. I'm calling it his puppy. So really cute, has these little wooden buttons for eyes, and luckily it was in a purple. Girl or boy, perfect. He could have still used it if it was pink, though. I would have definitely still had him use it. But that's his little special lovey, crocheted by his artist. So love that as well. And then, of course, he's got his little preemie honey bug passy. And, he's got a magnet for a passy. And here he is. So, oh my goodness. I don't even know where to get started. This baby is just so precious from head to toe. I'm going to be showing you not only the artist's work, but the sculpt as well, because I've never had this sculpt. It's a sculpt that I have wanted since the sculpt was released by the sculptor. So this is really exciting for me. And I have to say that I am just so drawn to the preemie babies. And now adding him, I just, the preemies just, they like ping my heart in that extra way. So, all right, let's get started. He's got on these little booties that I had got from him from Gumi Kids, for him from Gummies, because I think I can slide. Yeah, I can slide these off. They stay on real good though, because they do have the Velcro. Like I gotta, go through that to just slide them off. But seeming I'm working with one hand, and the Velcro is nice and strong. I'm just gonna do it like this. And he's just in a little loved baby kimono side snap onesie, because I like to keep my babies in something simple that I can see their limbs, and usually something white. Definitely at least their first night home, but usually first few nights, because I just like to soak up the sculpt and the painting and all that. Look at these feet. I just can't stand it. I can't look at these feet. So something I really adore about this sculpt is that this baby's feet are proportioned correctly, in my opinion, for a preemie baby, which I would say he looks about, I don't know, I want to say anywhere between 28 to 32 weeks gestation. Probably closer to like 30, 32 weeks, something like that. But anyway, I'm not 100% sure, but preemies and even newborn babies, their feet usually look pretty big in proportion to their bodies. And a lot of the sculpts, the feet are small. I've seen like the flat feet, which are fine. Every sculpt is different and has its, little perks or different things. I just love this baby's feet. I love the detail on his feet. And then, of course, as I get in, you can see how beautifully they are painted, how naturally, realistically they are painted. So, of course, that adds to it. Oh, look at that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around to it on his toenails, because let's see, we'll turn a little bit. I think I'll get a better view for you all of his fingernails, but just his nails are done. Jen has that down pat for sure. Very beautiful, realistic, nail tipping. So, because if I didn't mention it, Jen is a fairly new artist. She's only been painting about a year and a half or so. And she's moved and done some things. So for the amount that she's painted, she's just, I spotted her talent. I loved her style painting from day one when I saw her. And I've been following her and watched her grow. And when she reached a certain point, I felt confident that she was capable in creating a baby that would be, I don't want to say up to my standards, because that's not, but I guess, just up to what I would, love and be happy with in my collection. So, he has gorgeous mottling. Now, it is nighttime. I apologize. I've been doing this lately with details videos where I am doing them at night, so you're not necessarily going to be seeing exactly what I'm seeing, but I can promise you that you will all see much more of this little sweetie on my channel, and get other opportunities to see the painting details, close up, because you all know I show off the artist's work as I'm making videos. So I love Jen's veining. She has extremely realistic veining that is just very what's the word, like the translucent look to the skin, and the veins are where they're supposed to be underneath, and just where she puts the veins and what she does is just very realistic to the actual anatomy. And I love, look at that. I love that little vein that goes, up on the side of his knee, and another down here. There, you can see them, but they're not, they're, oh, the ankle vein. Oh my goodness. Beautiful creasing, beautiful mottling. Look at that leg. Oh my gosh. And this sculpt. Oh my gosh. So I'm trying to pick up the best I can here. And oh, I love these little chicken legs, but with the little you really can't call them rolls, but I guess they're tiny rolls, but more so creasing is just I just love that in this sculpt. And Jen does, her creasing, so it's just like you think you're gonna move some little skin there. Oh my goodness, look at this baby. I can't. I am just floored. And he's got his knees brought up, so his legs curl. Anyway, I lay this baby, he just poses, which I love. He's definitely extremely photogenic, both in the art and the posing, and just in life, looking at him, he's a baby. So we have these gorgeous little hands. The hands and feet on this sculpt are just epic. I mean, they really are. He's got this one hand that's a little more straight, and his fingers are open, but it's curves a little, almost like he's going because this finger, they're more, his fingers like half cupped, two are up a little more, and he's just got that kind of like he's reaching and gonna be grabbing at something, I guess. And same thing on the creasing, and same thing. Look at this vein. Oh, I think this has to be my favorite one on his hand and his wrist up there. I love that vein. And then also on the inside of his wrist there, just, oh my gosh, it's just really nice. Such gorgeous tipping on the fingernails. Let me see. I gotta cut. Sometimes when I come out and then come back in, I can get. Do we want to? There we go. You can see two of them. So natural. I love this natural. Because I'm not a fan of like the white, like French tips, I love the natural nails. Like that just looks like nails. That looks like a baby's nails. So, and he's got little, bent arms. He's even got, look at the little like divot crease in his elbow. I mean, like I said, this sculpt, oh my gosh. He's got little creases on the inside of his arms going up, just like he has on his legs. And I love that in a sculpt. And even on the bottom of his arms here and going down to his wrist. Like that is some wickedly wild sculpting with some incredible realism in that sculpting. It's just so much to me than just like the smooth, arm, to have the creases. Especially on a preemie baby, a tiny newborn or a preemie baby that has those wrinkles. Their skin is usually not all like filled out and plumped up yet. Unless you have a 9-10 pound baby, then maybe, of course. But for a little tiny one like this, it's just beautiful. He has full arms. They go all the way up, and I also love the sculpts. I gotta put them in a sleeveless for you, but I love the sculpt. Shoulders, they just come up, and they're rounded. Also, the top of his legs. This is another artist that goes up into the upper thigh and like the hip to go up into a hip. It doesn't just go up and chop off like a carrot. So just that nice, like you see on like Bonnie Brown, like the Levi. Then there's other sculptors that do it, but I just love when they do it. So you get a nice linky leg that goes all the way up, and a nice, rounding going into, the hip up there. So I love that. There is nothing I do not love about this baby. Absolutely nothing. And this face. Oh my goodness, this face. So he has extreme details of this hyperrealism on his face that this melts my heart. This makes my heart sing. Oh my goodness. So, Jen did a phenomenal job. We'll start right here with his eyebrows. He has the beautiful textured eyebrows. She went with the light blonde to go, with his look, and his hair, which are perfect. And this looks like you're just gonna touch, like he has like the peach fuzz on the eyebrows, but it is 3D, so it just really looks, like fuzz. Gorgeous rooted lashes. He has the dark blue newborn eyes. They look very, very dark in this video. Let's see if I can hold up a little bit. I'll have to show you his eyes a little better probably in the daytime, because they look very, very dark, and they're definitely not. They have a lot of blue to them. They're just a very newborn eye. That's what they look like. So I'll have to show those in the light. But he's got a scratch here. He's got a little scratch over here too on the bottom of his nose. I love that. He's got lots of baby acne, which and rashy kind of under the acne, which I love that look. And for a preemie this small, the realism of that, because a lot of times, because their skin, their pores are not developed like a full-term baby is, so they very often have a lot of blemishes on their face. So, and they also now we have not only, and these are actually textured. This is only the second time I've ever had a baby that you could feel the texture of the baby acne, and I like it on that. Now, the milk bumps you can also feel. The milk bumps are also textured, and he's got quite defined milk bumps there. And again, for a preemie baby this tiny, it's just really a hyper realism. Beautiful lips, beautiful glossing on the lips, beautiful little bit of the glossing in the corner of the eyes that give that wet look. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I hope you all are seeing what I'm seeing, or some of what I'm seeing. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let me see it. Let me get around the other side so you can see the other scratch on his nose. And again, this is just my style. I just love this look. And then, well, let's get started on this hair. I can't. He has the most baby fine, softest blend of blonde and a light strawberry copper blonde. He's got a little bit more copper on the top. Now, I did, because he's been downstairs with me since Saturday, and it is now late Sunday night. and I hadn't brought a brush down or anything. So when I brought him up to do the details video, I did spritz his hair a little bit to brush it. So it's still a little damp on, on top, just so you're aware that it's not completely dry, but OMG. So she framed, that she's got the lighter blonde, down here in his temple area. And then it's just so beautifully blended, and then going up into a little bit darker on the top of his head. I love this color, and I love Jen's rooting. It is, she's definitely got mono root. I think most of it really is mono rooting. You know what? I didn't pick through his whole head, and I didn't ask, but let's see what she's got here. Yeah, so she's got some mono and some micro, and her rooting is just, this hair is just growing out of this baby's head. Her rooting is amazing. Of course, now we got, fuzz from Lee, and I gotta put on this blanket, especially because it's fuzzy. He's just total fuzz back there. But he does have a beautiful swirl. It's just not... didn't stay that way because he was drying on there. So, look at this. Beautifully, directionally rooted in just this natural, direction of how baby's hair. I am so floored with this baby in person, and it's extra special because there's a lot of reasons, but he just has just so much character and personality. And like I said, I've been following Jen's work and just loving her style and watching as she was, rooting each baby, and, of course, and adding, more and more skills as she went along. And, each artist has their own style, which makes the baby have a certain look. And he's a Jen baby. He's a Jen baby. And he is the most precious thing I have ever, I don't even know what. How could you not? Look at this baby. Look at him. Oh, I had to have him downstairs with me. I had to be able to, have him in my sights at all time, what was going on. And I had the phone to my ear a bit, so of course I had him in my arms. And he's a little peanut, so you could carry him around for a while. I should have stuck that carrier on. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, you all didn't even see my new K-Tan baby carrier. The Pixie Squad did, and we had a lot of fun watching me trying to get into that thing for the first time. That was good. But, all right. Well, I have chewed your all's ear off, and this is a very long details video. But, and if I missed anything, I am very certain that you will definitely get lots of looks at this little guy. I am working on a name. I'm zeroed in on a few. I think I have a favorite. And, by the way, if he was a girl, his name was going to be Faith. And believe it or not, that name is still on the list for consideration, to still name him Faith. I feel a boy can, that is, it's more used for girls, but it is a unisex name. And Faith really fits, given many different circumstances, well, not many different, but just, giving circumstances in my faith in this artist was the reason why with the girl I thought of Faith. And then also now with him coming home and my husband, and I will tell that story, but it was another thing that really could have gone so terribly wrong and been so different. And I had a lot of people praying, and we had, a lot of ladies here. Thank you to all of you that realized at the end of my box opening that I had said my husband went to the hospital. Thank you all for your prayers and your love and your support. I believe in the power of prayer, and I appreciate all of you ladies that and gentlemen that have been praying. The prayers are greatly appreciated. He is not completely out of the woods. They get you home fast if you don't need to be at the hospital, because I'll get into talking about, I guess, from what my husband told me about the inside and, what it felt like as a family member on the outside, not being able to, get in there and be with him. And, it's just so scary. And, anyway, I will get into that at a some point later in the week. So I wanted to thank you all for your prayers. I just cannot believe this baby before my eyes, that I'm looking through the camera, he is absolute perfection. Jen, just no words. There's just no words. I just adore him. This baby has a very, very special place in my heart immediately. He jumped right in, and wow. I don't know if I'll ever put him down. All right, everyone. So don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Go smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video and to receive invites to my live streams. All right, everyone. Till next time. God bless.